we are back together again. Are you ready to listen to English? Are you ready to join in with today's live stream? We are back together again. English Addict once more coming to you live from the birthplace of the English language, and I think by now we all know where that is. Yes, it's England. Here we are again. Oh my goodness. Hi everybody. Hi everybody. This is Mr. Duncan in England, and these are the first words I've said today to anyone. Are you okay? Are you happy? I hope so. I have had the most tiring weekend. Did you see yesterday? We were out and about. It was freezing cold. I have to say, after we finished yesterday's live stream in Much Wenlock Town Centre, we went to get something to eat. We were so cold. Mr. Steve, his poor feet were turning blue inside his boots. And to be honest with you, I was feeling rather cold as well. It was chilly, but we were out yesterday doing something rather nice. We were celebrating and enjoying the Much Wenlock Christmas Fair, and everything was very nice. I have to say, it was a lovely time. My name is Duncan, by the way. I like English. You might say that I'm one of those up there. I'm an English addict, and I have a feeling maybe you are as well. This is where everyone comes together to share their love of the English language. And yesterday, lots of people were tuning in to view our live stream. This is it, by the way. I'm going to show you a little bit of it whilst I talk to you. So there, yesterday we were at the Much Wenlock Christmas Fair. We had a super time. There was myself, and also Mr. Steve was there as well. And there was lots going on. There were live bands. There was a brass band. There were some Morris dancers dancing behind us, a very traditional form of entertainment during certain festivals here in the UK. There was myself, and you might see Mr. Steve in a moment. He is just hiding off the edge of the camera. But the whole live stream is now available to view on my YouTube channel. It is all there. Everything is there for you to watch. We had a great time yesterday. The only problem was, well, two problems. It was noisy. There were lots of people around, but also there were lots of brass bands, drums, and people screaming and shouting. But we managed it. We managed to get through it. But where is Mr. Steve? There he is. He's coming on there. So Mr. Steve, I have to say, can I just say, Steve yesterday looked amazing. He looked really good yesterday in his fancy clothing. I have to say, I was a little bit jealous because Steve looked amazing and I looked awful. I don't know why, but I really hated looking at myself yesterday on the camera. I don't know why. I felt that I did not look very good. And Mr. Steve looked amazing. That's all I can say. So that was yesterday. You can see all of the live stream that happened yesterday. It is now available on my YouTube channel. There are captions as well on the video. The only sad part, and this is something I thought would happen, I really did think it was going to happen. In fact, I think I said it yesterday. I got two, not one, but two copyright claims. Some people were trying to claim copyright on the music that was playing yesterday. But the problem was or is, that the music that they were playing yesterday is no longer in copyright. So I have tried to protest and counterclaim. So I'm saying now to the people who have claimed the copyright, they are trying to take the revenue from my video for themselves, that the music that was played yesterday is not any longer in copyright. It is now in the public domain, which means anyone can use it and it can be played anywhere in front of as many people as you want. So that's something now that I've got to sort out. A lot of people say, being on YouTube, Mr. Duncan, it's so easy. Can I just say it isn't? It is very stressful. Like sometimes when my voice doesn't work properly. It was freezing yesterday. The irony, of course, the ironic thing about yesterday was that my voice was perfectly all right. And here I am now in the studio and my voice is not all right. I don't know how that works, but my voice yesterday felt lovely and very, very easy to use. But today it's all stiff. I don't know why. Isn't it strange? Stiff. Oh, Mr. Duncan, that is a word that sometimes is used in a very naughty way, which just happens to be what we are talking about today. We are talking about words and sometimes phrases that can be used in naughty ways. So here is the warning, can I just say, for those who are sensitive, we are talking about some words in the English language that can be used in more than one way and sometimes in naughty ways as well. Not offensive, not necessarily offensive, but naughty. I suppose you could say that in British humour, we like to sometimes be a little bit naughty or suggestive with our humour. So that's what we're talking about today. We are looking at double entendres or double entendre. It comes from French and it means two uses or two ways of expressing something. But quite often when we are using double entendres in British humour, quite often we will take simple words and we will turn them into naughty words. A good example, of course, is the one I just used, the word stiff. We can sometimes use that in a naughty way. But, of course, the word stiff is not a rude word. However, if you want, you can make it appear rude and suggestive. And that is what a double entendre is. A double entendre is a word or phrase that can be used in more than one way and quite often in a very suggestive way, a naughty way even. Hello to the live chat. Can I say hello to everyone? Nice to see you here. I always wish that there were more people watching. I don't know why. Although I have a feeling it might have something to do with the football. Because you may have heard there are some football matches taking place at the moment in a certain tournament in a certain part of the world. You may have heard. So I think a lot of people at the moment are distracted by the football, which is very weird. I'm going to be honest with you. I don't follow football really, but even I find it strange that everyone is talking about football and the World Cup just 2 or 3 weeks before Christmas. In fact, as I understand it, the World Cup final will actually be played on the 18th of December. So just a few days before Christmas, people are going to watch the World Cup final. It is a very strange one, isn't it? For very many reasons, which I won't go into at the moment. Can I say hello once again? Hello, live chat. Nice to see you here. Oh, very interesting. We have in first place Oh, on the live chat, it is... You know who it is. Luis Mendez. Luis Mendez is here today. Congratulations, Luis. You are first on the live chat. Very nice to see you here, Luis. Also, we have Mosen. Hello to you. Beatrice. Vitas is here as well. We also have Valentin. Did you see my live stream yesterday? We went to a lot of trouble to do that. We walked into town because we knew that there would be no place to park the car. So we couldn't drive in because the place was full of people and, of course, full of cars that were parked by those visiting. So we knew that we couldn't take the car, so we had to walk. So we walked all the way into town, freezing cold, and then we did the live stream for 1 hour. And then we walked around again. We got something to eat. Mr. Steve had the most amazing hamburger. It was the most incredible hamburger I've ever seen in my life. And I had a big sausage. Oh, that could also be a double entendre, you see? Because sausage is quite often used as a euphemism for a man's dingly-dangly, you see? So I had a big sausage yesterday. It was very nice as well. And Mr. Steve had a burger, which was also very nice. It looked delicious. We will find out how delicious it was in around about 7 minutes from now, because Mr. Steve, of course, will be here today. Yes, we have Steve. He's here in the building right now. He's preparing. In fact, I will tell you now what Mr. Steve is preparing. He's preparing something to eat for tonight. I wonder what is cooking in Mr. Steve's pot. I wonder. Hello to MY. Hello to Christina. Nice to see you here as well. Also, we have Tomek is here. Hello, Tomek. Nice to see you here today. Also, we have Inaki. Hello, Inaki. We also have Vittoria. Christina. I think I've said hello to Christina already. We also have Lena. Hello, Lena. Nice to see you back as well. Welcome. We also have Francesca. Where is Claudia? I haven't seen Claudia today. Where is Claudia? Are you here? I wonder where Claudia is. Also, Marcia. Nice to see you here. Also on the live chat. So many people joining in already. It's very nice to see you here. Wherever you are watching in the world, I'm always slightly relieved to see you here, to be honest. Always slightly relieved when there are people actually watching. It's a lovely feeling. Hello also to Semi. Hello, Semi Boskurt, who says, I am here as well. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten you. If I don't say hello, it doesn't mean I'm ignoring you. It just means I haven't noticed your name on the live chat. We also have Rosa. How is your English learning going? Rosa, is it going well? Are you having some success with it? I hope so. Rosa says, England is playing football today. Yes, I believe they are. Who are they playing? Who are they playing? Is it... I want to say... I'm probably going to be wrong here. If I'm wrong about this, please, I apologise. Sometimes I am a little bit stupid. I'm not up with the football. I think they're playing... Is it... Oh, who is it? I can't remember who they're playing. Yes, who is it? Anyone? Anyone tell me who they're playing? I want to say Senegal, but that doesn't sound right. Are they playing Senegal? If I'm right, please say, Mr. Duncan, you are right. If I'm wrong, of course, you can say, Mr. Duncan, you stupid man. It isn't Senegal. But I keep thinking it is. So if I'm wrong, I apologise. Hello, Magdalena. Nice to see you here as well. Oh, it is. Am I right? Oh, my goodness. I can't believe that. I can't believe that I got that right. Because I didn't know, you see. I wasn't sure. But I said Senegal because it sounded right. And it is. I'm right. Oh, my goodness. I wish Mr. Steve was here to witness this moment when I'm right about something, because quite often I'm not. And quite often Mr. Steve is right and I am wrong. Hello also to Rosa. Hello also to, who else is here today? Anshul. Hello, Anshul Doobie. I like your name, by the way, Doobie. I love that. I hope I'm pronouncing it right. We also have, who else is here? Karita. Karita, hello to you, watching in Indonesia. Now, I have quite a few viewers watching in Indonesia, so I know there are many people there watching, so a big hello to Indonesia as well. Tomek says, Mr. Duncan has put a large sausage into his mouth yesterday. Was it any good? Did you choke on the sausage? Was it a stiff sausage? Well, first of all, I can say that the sausage was not stiff. It was rather floppy. It was bendy. It had a big bend in the middle. But it was juicy, it was hot, and it was delicious. So yes, I did enjoy my big sausage yesterday. It was very, very satisfying. I feel as if I've made a big mistake today doing this. I think I might be bringing myself lots of trouble today. I don't know why. Hello, Stefano. Stefano, I think that deserves a big echo. Stefano, it's so nice to see you here, Stefano. By the way, thank you very much for your lovely compliments about our singing, because not only were we talking yesterday at the Much Wenlock Christmas Fair, there it is, the Much Wenlock Christmas Fair was what we were at yesterday. We were there yesterday having a good time, but also we were singing as well. Did you enjoy Mr. Steve and myself singing the beautiful Christmas songs? I hope you did. I really do. Hello to Nico and hello to Olga as well. We are all here together again, and we have Mr. Steve coming up in a few moments. We have lots of things to talk about. We are talking about words in the English language that can be used in more than one way, and sometimes that use might be a little bit naughty. Find out what that is all about in a few moments. But first of all, this. this is our new friend, Mr. Robin.
Yes. Okay.
And as you can see, Mr. Robin is very friendly indeed. If you were watching last week, you will know that we were here with our little friend. Hello. There he is. That's Mr. Robin, our new friend. He's just had a little poop and now he's gone back up the top. Hello. Hello. You know what, I think there must be something wrong with this particular robin because it tries to sing, but you can't actually hear it. You can't hear it singing. It's all muffled, but it is trying to sing. You are so lovely, aren't you? Yes, you are. Noticed a lot of people seem to like that video. I always get such a good reaction whenever that video is actually played. Thank you very much for joining me today. Yes, it's English Addict, and guess who is coming up in a few moments' time? You know who I'm talking about. Here he is.
Hello everybody. Hello Mr. Duncan. Hello again. Twice in one weekend, Mr. Duncan.
Someone has been busy in the kitchen.
Can you smell the lovely smells of what am I cooking, Mr. Duncan?
It smells like something spicy, but I think it might be chili con carne.
It's chili con carne, yes.
A beautiful aroma. The aroma is coming in from the kitchen. So Steve has been rather busy over the past half an hour preparing tonight's meal, and I can't wait. But yesterday we were out and about, and I think we did have quite a good time. Would you say we had a good time yesterday?
We did. Hello, by the way. I don't think I've said hello to everybody yet because you suddenly surprised me.
It's Mr. Steve.
Hello, Mr. Duncan. We had a really good time yesterday. So if you haven't watched Mr. Duncan's video from yesterday, give it a go because it's quite entertaining and there's free music for you.
Yes. And there it is.
And we suffered, didn't we, Mr. Duncan? We suffered because I think we got hypothermia.
I was freezing.
Hypothermia. By the time we got back, I was solid to the core with cold.
Yeah.
I've never eaten. We had this giant hamburger, didn't we? Beef burger.
Steve had a big hamburger and I had a big sausage.
the biggest sausage you've had for a long time, Mr. Duncan.
It's a very big one. And there we are. You can see us now on the screen. So there I am talking yesterday, and you will see Mr. Steve arrive as well in a moment. But there was a lot going on. It was rather noisy, but we were absolutely exhausted. I can't begin to tell you how tired I was. And poor Mr. Steve, your feet were starting to freeze.
They were freezing. Yes, I could feel. I wore these very thick boots, and yet after an hour, well, we were probably outside 2 hours by the time you'd finished your live stream, and the cold was coming up through the boots, and we had something to eat. Then we went into the church and we warmed our feet on their hot radiators.
There's Mr. Steve. I have to say, you looked amazing yesterday.
Did I? Oh,
yes.
It's all the makeup, Mr. Duncan.
No, there was no makeup. That's completely natural. I looked awful. I don't know why. I was horrified to see how awful I looked.
I think you looked fine.
Because don't say I look fine, because that is not a compliment. Never tell someone they look fine, because that is the same as saying you look terrible. But I thought you looked amazing. That really does suit you. Your dad's hat. Can I just... this is a genuine compliment, by the way, I'm giving to Mr. Steve. Steve's hat looked amazing yesterday, and I thought it was really good.
It's my father's old cap.
Yes.
And yeah, I always wear it when we do the live streams in Much Wenlock for the Christmas fair. I might even wear it again when we do our Boxing Day live stream.
Yes, we are planning, depending on how the weather is, we're planning to do our special, traditional Boxing Day, the day after Christmas Day, our live stream from in Much Wenlock Town Square again.
Thank you for your nice comments, by the way. Yes, do you know, it's because I'm not working. I'm so relaxed at the moment. And I've got fitter because I've been in the garden. I'm just super relaxed, Mr. Duncan. I've got all my energy back. Do you remember on these live streams I used to be falling asleep by the end of them? Not anymore.
You weren't the only one, though.
Yes. By the way, I want to, and thank you for your nice comments. And Tomek made a nice comment as well. I've got to say, Tomek's better, isn't he, from his gastric flu?
Yes. We still never got the full story.
Yes, but I think he's also feeling good today because Netherlands beat USA in football yesterday. 3-1, I think it was. Is that correct?
Really?
So, that's quite a result.
I don't know.
I just happened to see it, so
Yes.
I thought I'd mention it.
Yes,
so,
that's good.
We've got to beat the Yanks. We've got to beat them, haven't we? We can't let them get through. What do they know about football? We've got to beat them.
Well,
but anyway.
England beat them as well.
Yes. Oh, did we play USA, did we?
Yes, in one of the early stages, I believe.
Right, okay.
I'm starting to sound like I know what I'm talking about, but I don't.
We do. We can pretend. Although Tomek does say, please hurry up with this live stream because there's a match on soon.
Well, that's what I'm wondering, you see. I think a lot of people are going to just leave us and go and watch the football. I hope not, though. I really hope not. We have a very interesting subject today. I have to mention what we're talking about. Today we are talking about something very curious that might be unique to British English and also British people. A British sense of humour quite often involves being a little naughty with the use of words. We are looking at double entendres today. Words that can be used, they are simple words, but they can also be used in a naughty way as well. We are looking at that after 3 o'clock, so please don't go away. Meanwhile, we have Mr. Steve here, who is open. He is completely 100% open.
In what way, Mr. Duncan?
To anything. To anything.
That is true.
The rumours are true.
I'm very easly led,
Yes.
by the way. I always was, even as a child. I'm easily led into all sorts of things which I shouldn't be. Few people have mentioned this shirt. Thank you very much. Palmyra says, haven't seen that shirt before.
No.
And no, Olga said that. Hello, Olga.
I haven't seen that shirt for ages.
And, well, Palmyra says, Mr. Steve has a large collection of shirts. Well, the only reason I have a large collection of shirts is because, well, I'm 60 years old, and all the shirts I've ever bought, I've never thrown any of them away. So I've kept all of them. So you can imagine the number of shirts that I've bought over the years. So I just keep them all.
Yeah, it's quite eye-catching. It looks great on camera.
This is a shirt by River Island.
Oh, okay.
I don't know if they're still going. So this is probably, I would say, 15, 20 years old.
20 years old.
And in the days when the quality of clothes was very good. So this shirt, I've worn it loads of times over the years, and yet there's no sign of wear in it at all. You buy a shirt now, and it's worn out within one season.
Unlike the person wearing it, there is lots of sign of wear.
Well, it's like I used to go to Gap a lot because their stuff fitted me. Wait for the Gap sale. That's always what you do, isn't it? Because it's 50% off. And when they first came into the UK, sort of 20 years ago, their clothes were very high quality.
Yes.
And over the years, they've become very, very poor. And to the extent that you buy a shirt, I've got shirts from Gap that I've had for 15 years.
Sorry, we're not being sponsored, by the way, by Gap.
Sort of T-shirts, a lot of the ones I wear, these with the short sleeve, they're really old. And the collars have stayed very good. The material stayed, all together. And yet some you buy just a few years ago, you wash them once or twice in the washing machine, and all the collars have gone all horrible.
They all fall to
pieces. Made.
You know what I have a difficult problem with? I have a big problem with socks. It's so hard to get good socks these days. I said socks, by the way. Socks, not that. I didn't say that. But I can't find good socks. I can't even count how many pairs of socks I've had to throw away over the years because they've just ended up with loads of holes in the ends where my toes are and also where the heels are. But I don't understand. But when I was a kid, my mother would buy me 2 pairs of socks. That's all I had because we were poor. And they lasted me for about 10 years. And you know what kids are like. We just get everywhere. When we were kids, we would get everywhere and play in all sorts of places, and we were very active, but our socks would never wear out. But nowadays, I don't know what happens. You put your socks on, you stand up, you get to the bottom of the stairs, and already one of your toes is poking out through a hole. The quality is awful.
Merv Kia makes a good point. If it's made in Turkey, it's very good quality. Now, we know that because when we've been to Turkey a few times, and anything that we've purchased from there while we've been on holiday, the quality is fantastic.
Yes. We bought some flip-flops.
Flip-flops.
And we still have them.
Ordinary flip-flops.
11 years ago.
And there's nothing wrong with them. No. They're so well made. I bought a hat.
Yes.
I wear it in the garden. It hasn't worn out. The quality, the cotton is absolutely outstanding.
And I have a hat.
Yes, I agree with you there.
I have a sun hat as well that I wear. And that was made in Turkey. We bought it many years ago and I still wear it now. So the quality, yes, very good. The stitching and the quality of the material, very good. So if you are buying something, maybe an item of clothing that you want to last forever, then try to find something that's made in Turkey.
Inaki says that maybe you don't cut your toenails.
I knew.
Which may be why you've got holes in your socks.
Can I just say, my toenails are not the reason why. It is the poor quality, shoddy. I like that word. So there's a good word, shoddy. If something is shoddy, it means it's not of good quality. The quality of it isn't good. It's made in a very careless way. Something that it is not designed to last for many, many years. So my socks as a child would last for years, but now as an adult, they don't. They just wear out very quickly.
Somebody, I think it's a Cyrillic name, ends in Bridges. What is a flip-flop? It's a type of shoe that you tend to wear at the beach. Sort of flat, normally a plastic sole.
I was going to say, you can go and get them because they're in the kitchen.
Do you want me to exit and come back?
Yes, go and get the flip-flops. Let's show them. Let's show everyone our amazing turkey flip-flops. Because they are in very good quality. They are very good quality. Quite simple. Very simple items.
They're a bit dirty, Mr. Duncan.
That's okay, don't worry.
So there we go. That's the make.
Yes.
So if Merv is watching,
Akina Bella.
We got those from Turkey.
So we bought these from Turkey way back in, I think it was 2011. We bought these, and we still wear them now.
Yes.
Quite often when we pop out into the garden. So we will put them on. They're a bit dirty on the bottom. So now you can see that we do go out in the garden. That's a leaf. That's a leaf, by the way. That is not poop. That's a leaf from the garden.
There we go.
But these are amazing, and they're still in perfect condition.
Sometimes the flip-flops, they've got like you hook your toe round at your big toe.
I don't like those.
No, sometimes I like that. So yeah.
I just like to put my foot through the flip-flops. So now, not only do you know what flip-flops are, you've seen them for real.
Yes, they're a bit different to slippers. Slippers you tend to wear indoors. Comfortable shoes for wearing indoors. Flip-flops are things you tend to wear at the beach on holiday, because then if you get sand on your feet, it doesn't go all into the.
Not to be confused with slippers.
That's a slipper, yes.
Slippers. So slippers. You can tell that's mine. That's my slipper because it's huge. It's bigger. It's larger than Mr. Steve's head. Look at that. So that gives you an idea of the size of my feet. Look at my feet. You can see. Do you like the smell of them as well?
Yes, I wish we could get Turkish clothes here in the UK. I wonder where this was made, but the quality is outstanding. I don't remember it being that expensive at the time. So I just think the quality has gone down dramatically in clothes that we used to get. The quality, the cotton, everything. It's just appalling now.
My feet are big. Everyone is saying, Mr. Duncan, your feet are so big. You know what they say about men with big feet? Big shoes.
Yes, Duarte says, were they expensive? No, well, no, because of the exchange rate of the pound to is it the Turkish lira? I think it probably is, the currency in Turkey. And it was because the exchange rate was very good against the pound. So they weren't very expensive. I don't know how much they were. It's too long ago to remember, but certainly cheaper than it would have been here in the UK. Of course, most of our clothes, I would imagine, most of them come from China. Maybe some of them from Indonesia.
You might be surprised, actually. I have this very strange habit. I don't know if you do it, but I always like to look at the labels on anything I buy. And quite often clothing is made in some very unusual places. Bangladesh. I've noticed a lot of clothing here that's sold here is made in Bangladesh. T-shirts, underwear, things like that quite often are made in Bangladesh, which I find rather interesting because it might be a place that you wouldn't expect to see as a place of manufacture of clothing, but it's true. So Bangladesh would appear to be a very popular place. And I'm sure some people over the years have complained about that, because I would imagine that those doing the work or making the clothing are probably not earning much money. So I suppose there is a serious side to that as well. Colombia is another one. I found clothing made in Colombia. Isn't that strange?
I mean, yes. I mean, we used to get... I'm not sure where clothes used to be made, but they used to be higher quality in the UK. So I think over the years, we're starting to, because clothes are getting cheaper and cheaper, everyone's encouraged to change their clothes every year and throw out the old ones, which
especially women.
Which I don't agree with, because that's not good for the planet. You know what I'm like, Mr. Duncan. I don't throw anything out unless it breaks.
No.
I'm very reluctant to throw anything out unless it breaks.
Apparently everyone is thinking that if you have big feet, you have a big sausage.
Well, you had a big sausage yesterday, mate. Right.
It was a very big sausage yesterday.
Right, okay.
I had difficulty getting it into my mouth, if I was honest.
Well, I'm surprised, because you've had lots of practice over the years, I would imagine. Anyway.
But not that large.
Right. Oh, Mr. Duncan, is that a double entendre?
Well, it almost is.
Almost a single.
I'm not even sure.
entendre.
I think that's just pure filth and rudeness there. But we are talking about that after 3 o'clock. Double entendres, we are looking at some words that might be taken in a rather naughty way. You might take it the wrong way. Even that sounds like a double entendre. How do you like it? do you like it white or black? Oh, I mean your coffee. How do you like your coffee? Not your men, your coffee. See? So anything can be taken the wrong way.
Yes.
If you use certain words.
And if you say it in a certain way, with a certain inflection in your voice, maybe a look,
a certain
a
cadence.
certain cadence. So if you're going to do a double entendre, you've got to do it in a way that is suggestive. So you've got to have a suggestive look on your face, maybe a little comical look.
Yes.
And you've got to say it in a way that makes it sound slightly camp. If you say things in a camp way,
Yes.
often comes across
Or
as
maybe with sarcasm as well. Oh, so I was out last night. Even something innocent like that. I went out with my girlfriend. Oh, where did you go? Oh, we were lying down by the lake. Oh, lying down, were you? Oh, so even that is not a double entendre, but it can also sound as if maybe you were not just lying by the lake enjoying the moonlight. Oh, you were by the lake, were you, last night? Oh, what were you doing?
So say it in that way, and you're suggesting something else.
But that isn't necessarily a double entendre, but it can still suggest that something else was going on, something a little naughty.
By the way, Mr. Duncan, are we playing a certain game later on?
We might not be, because I did not prepare any. I forgot. Because of yesterday, I had so many things to do. I'm at the moment now contesting 2 copyright claims on yesterday's live stream. Music that is perfectly okay to use and play because it's in the public domain, because it was written in the mid-19th century. So it's way, way, way out of copyright. Talking of which, can I just say, there is something at the moment that, you know Disney, don't you? Disney.
Well, I was going to say, just to finish off your story,
okay.
Disney, this is what Mr. Duncan has to contend with
all the time.
So we were there in Much Wenlock Square yesterday, filming the brass band, or the brass band, if you want to pronounce it that way. And they were playing all these very old carols, 100 years old or more. And yet Mr. Duncan got 2 copyright strikes, because there's always somebody trying to ruin what you do and steal any little bit of income that you might otherwise get for themselves. This is what Mr. Duncan has to contend with all the time.
I mean, I don't make much money from YouTube anyway. I only make about £2 or £3 from the average live stream. This live stream will earn me around £4.
Yes, probably.
£4.
If you're lucky.
No, I'm not joking. I wish I was. So I'm not one of those big millionaire YouTube celebrities that live in large mansions and have yachts and things like that. So I earn about £4 for every live stream. So this live stream for 2 hours will earn me £4. I'm not joking. And some greedy sod wants to take some of that money from me for their copyright claim, which is false.
Which is false anyway. But the thing is, it creates a lot of hassle for you.
Yes.
You then have to
I have to contest.
You have to contest it. That takes a long time because you've got to fill in all these boxes on a form.
Yes.
And you've got to look up all the information because there's always somebody trying it on.
Over the years, I've had countless problems with copyright, and quite often those copyright claims have been false. Even stuff that I have the right to use because I've paid for the license. Other people have tried to claim it for themselves. It's an absolute nightmare.
Anyway, yes.
Any YouTuber...
You were going to say something about Disney.
Disney, talking of copyright, a certain thing connected to Disney is about to go into the public domain.
Does that mean you'll be able to use it on your live streams, Mr. Duncan?
It means anyone will be able to use it. I wonder if anyone knows what it is, but a certain thing... A big thing.
A character?
Oh, wait there, Steve. Don't give too much away. No, I don't want to say anything else, you say. I'm trying to give it away. It's something. A thing. Ignore what Steve just said.
So do you want people to guess what that thing is?
Yes, there is a thing, a Disney thing, something connected with Disney that is about to go into the public domain, and it means that anyone can use it anywhere without any restrictions.
Oh.
It's a big story.
Haven't they renewed their copyright or extended it, or can't
No,
they?
you can't, because it has to be after a period of time. You see, after a certain period of time, you can't renew copyright. That's it. It expires and it becomes part of the public domain.
Is that after how many years, Mr. Duncan?
Quite a few. 70, I think it's 70 or 75 years, but also it has to be a certain period after the person who created it has died as well. But there is one thing that Disney will no longer be able to control. I will give you the answer in a moment, but I just wonder if anyone knows.
People, Tomek and Lewis, hello Lewis, are mentioning about our meetup in Paris.
Oh, yes.
Again, which, we've got to make this happen, Mr. Duncan.
We have. I've got to collect all of my £4, my pennies and my pounds that I make from YouTube. I've got to put them under my bed.
Perhaps I ought to wait till after the meetup before going back to work, because otherwise it might make it difficult. Well, really. But that'll be very exciting, Mr. Duncan. And then, of course, we're going to start our world tour, aren't we, shortly after that?
I don't know. So, have you won the lottery and you haven't told me? Because I don't know where all this money is going to come from.
Well, you never know, do you? We did have a lottery at work. I expect some of you have lotteries at work with colleagues, and once you get roped in means that you sort of persuaded, maybe.
You are forced to become involved.
Maybe against your will, maybe not. Because once you're in that, paying your £10 a month towards the team lottery, there were probably about 16 of us in our team in it. Of course, once you're in, it's very difficult to drop out, isn't it? Because you just think, well, if I stop giving those £10 a month and then the group win, I'm going to miss out, and all my work colleagues are going to get big sums of money and probably leave work, and I'll be stuck there on my own. So once you start these lotteries, it's very, very difficult psychologically to come out of them, because you feel as though if they won, you would lose out.
But the problem is you won't win anyway.
Probably not.
That's it. So the chances of that are very, very slim. The answer, by the way, what that belongs to Disney is going out of copyright.
Has anybody guessed it?
No, Not one person. I was surprised, actually. Well, Disney have been keeping it quiet for various reasons. You can probably imagine why. The answer is Mickey Mouse.
Oh, I was going to say Mickey Mouse, Mr. Duncan.
Mickey Mouse will be in the public domain. I think it's next year. I think it's 2023 or 2024. It will lapse. It will go into the public domain, which means everyone will be able to draw pictures, make films, use Mickey Mouse anywhere they want. You can have your own shop and call it the Mickey Mouse Boutique. And Disney won't be able to do anything about it because it will lapse. It will go into the public domain. So that's what's happening. That's what will happen. Mickey Mouse will be in the public domain. Probably the most famous Disney character, I think.
Well, you see, with that, there's a match on in a minute's time, Mr. Duncan.
In a minute?
Yes, in a minute.
Oh, no, you can't. No, record it. Record the match.
Yes, this is far more important.
This is more important. We are more important.
We'll talk about football.
Yes.
Football. Pele's a footballer. There we go. I've mentioned football.
Yes.
Gareth Southgate. I know a few names, Mr. Duncan.
Well, Pele is not very well at the moment.
He's not.
He's sadly on. I think he's been giving his last rites and all of that. So it's not good news. But the football is on in a moment.
It's Poland and France.
Yes, but you don't need to go there. You don't need to go to your television set. You can stay here and watch all the football you want. You don't need to watch the football. You can stay here, enjoy this. Enjoy our lovely online game of listening to English.
Well, that was far more exciting than the football you will actually be watching over in, where is it? Qatar. Because I don't suppose they'll score a goal for at least an hour.
No.
So you might as well watch this and then, have it on. I think, people that leave the live stream to watch football,
we're not going to forget this.
We'll never forget it. We're deeply hurt. And I think,
I'm taking notes. I am now taking names. So
yes.
Who went?
Tomek.
Okay, Tomek went. Tomek. Francesca.
He wants to meet up in Paris next year. Well, I mean, you've got to do better than this.
There. Francesca.
Yes.
Francesca.
Yes.
Yeah.
No
Francesca
gold stars
went.
for them.
Yeah. Who else? Who else is gone?
Magdalena's still here. You see, look, we've got the really loyal people watching us.
I'm making notes. What about Tomek? Is Tomek on my naughty list?
Oh, definitely. He was the first to go.
Yes.
Lewis is still here, and it's France that are playing. Well,
yes.
what fantastic loyalty is the word I'm looking for.
Is it?
No, but obviously,
you eventually found it.
We're sort of joking.
Okay,
so we will carry on.
I'm not joking. You're off my list. Anyone, I'm blocking you. That's it. If you
blocked. That's
blocked.
it.
I'm blocking everyone. If you leave now to watch the football, and I will know because I can see the numbers going down. Blocked.
Yes, you better make comments in the live stream so we know you're here.
Yeah.
Because if you don't make comments in the live stream, we'll know you've gone and
So
we're taking
if
notes.
you are still here now, I'm going to make a good list, you see. So we have the naughty and nice list, just like Santa Claus.
Beatrice is staying, Christina's staying, Unique Life Design is staying.
Yes, good. You're all on
Olga's here.
You're on my nice list.
Nisar's here. Lewis is here.
Yes.
Even though France are playing. So that's, but we're only sort of joking, really.
I'm not. I'm not joking. I'm not. That's it. That's
we
it.
understand that
We're over. We're through. It's like
that's it.
It's like a relationship ending. I feel as if I'm being spurned.
And right, so we better keep things interesting for the people that are remaining, Mr. Duncan. Otherwise, they'll go as well.
Victoria is still here. That's okay. You are on my nice list.
Olga's in the nice list. Yes.
I tell you something. Sex Chat 69 is. Oh, hang on.
Oh, right. I hope we still got some moderators on.
That's it. I've got rid of it. It's gone.
Bridges is staying as well. So
Monica is here. Good. I haven't seen Claudia. Because Steve, Argentina are the favourites to win the World Cup when it is played. The final is played on the 18th of December.
Angeles is here, if I've pronounced your name correctly. Apologies if I haven't.
Angeles, yes. Okay, you're on my nice list.
Lawrence is here. We're sort of having a bit of fun, really.
We're not. This is serious. I'm making the list and I'm checking it twice, and I'm going to say who's been naughty or nice.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay.
Most of the men are gone. The girls are here.
Vitas is still here with a story about his shoes. I bought shoes from a second-hand shop. I think they must have belonged to some junkie. Because I've been tripping for the whole day. Oh, I see. So you're using the word trip to mean go over your feet and fall. You stumble.
Trip over.
But of course, trip can also be the effect of taking illegal drugs. I see now.
Is anyone from Poland watching? Because it's Poland v France. So, if there's anyone from Poland watching, you get a special mention, as does anyone. Anyone from France and Poland watching now should get a gold star.
Okay.
Because that's who is playing.
Vittoria, you are on my nice list. Yes, well, this is it. This is where you find out who your friends are.
Oh, I think people are starting to come back now because they've heard what might happen to them.
Yes.
They might be blocked. No, we're joking. We're joking.
Nessar, we're not joking. I'm not joking. I'm making a list here and I'm checking it twice. And I'm going to find out who's been naughty or nice. Because Mr. Duncan is coming to town and he's not.
Mary Fur's here.
He's not happy.
Beatrice, yes. If you go on a trip, it means you're going on a journey to visit somewhere, a car trip, a bus trip, a train trip. But if you trip over, it means you fall over. You might be walking along and there could be a paving slab that's sticking up and you trip your foot. Your toes get caught in it and you fall over.
Yes, and of course trip can also mean the effect of taking illegal or even legal drugs as well. So sometimes certain types of medicine that you might be given might also make you feel as if you are having a lovely trip in your mind. Certain painkillers. Some people love taking painkillers and it makes them feel all...
Psychedelic drugs will make you go on a trip. Magic mushrooms, allegedly, so I've heard, will make you go on a trip. And you can, if you're switching off on electricity, you trip the switch, don't you? Or you might put a lot of electrical items on and it might trip the fuse. You might overload the fuse box and it will trip the fuse and stop the electricity going through. So lots of different uses of the word trip.
Florence is still here. Florence, you are on my nice list. The nice list and the naughty list. Go see her. is here. Yes, I'm still friends with you. Yes, we are seeing now. Oh,
Well, that's it, you see.
Mary is here. Mary Fur. I believe you are in Canada. Am I right, Mary?
I think so,
In
yes.
Canada. Nice. On my nice list.
Good. Yes,
This-
that's
this
special
list,
mentions in
this list is very full.
future live streams.
Yes. Yes. Who else? Who else is still here?
What about Francesco?
Saturnino. Saturnino is.
Francesco.
Oh, Saturnino. That's a good idea. Saturnino is giving the score.
I was going to say yes.
So if someone has maybe their television or radio nearby or the internet, if you have the internet, which I have a feeling you do, because you're watching this right now. If you do, so maybe you could just give us the score now and again, so everyone can, if they are interested in the football and they don't want to end up on my naughty list, then yeah.
Well, Lewis says that that Tomek is Polish. Now, I didn't know that. I assumed that Tomek was from the Netherlands.
Can I just live chat, Steve?
So that will, well, I'm good, but that is the live chat. So that will explain why, obviously, Tomek has gone to watch the match because it's Poland v France.
Can I?
But
Yes. Okay.
I didn't know that. Is that true, Lewis? Is Tomek Polish? We can talk about him behind his back. There's a good phrase.
Yeah.
Talk about somebody behind their back.
Is to say things when they're not around.
To say things about somebody when they're not here. Usually you're saying bad things, but just behind their back, so they're not there, they can't hear you. And that often happens in offices, doesn't it? Or
Well, anywhere in life.
anyway, you might talk about a neighbour.
Can I just say, never assume that people like you, even if they say they like you. I can guarantee every person that you know in your life is talking about you and saying bad things about you when you're not around. It's a fact.
Palmyra, we're not
fact of life.
We're not
Rhubarb-
ignoring you, Palmyra. Palmyra's here.
Yeah, that's on the list. Okay, you're on my list.
By the way, Duncan's only joking.
I'm not.
He is.
I'm not.
He
You're
is.
off my list. There's no way you're coming
He
to
is
Paris to
joking.
see us. So rhubarb has a double entendre, and this is one that I know about. Apparently, related to double entendres, Mr. Duncan, I heard that in Northampton, every person knows about a sign that is outside a hospital. And this particular hospital is a family planning hospital. And it says, for family planning advice, use the rear entrance. That I'm not going to explain that, because I like to keep my YouTube channel. I need my £4 every Sunday, because I can then buy new shoelaces for myself.
Maybe a new pair of socks. Mind you, that's probably cost you more than £4.
Socks are more than £4.
They are. I bought some new ones recently, Mr.
Yeah.
Duncan. Mine had started to wear out on the heels. So I like to buy they call them diabetic socks.
Diabetic socks.
Yes, because the thing I don't like about socks is that the way you pull your socks up, it compresses, doesn't it?
Yes. Is
The
it
elastic.
tight? It's tight around your calves.
I don't like the tight elastic around the top of socks, around just above your ankle where you pull, and it when you take them off, you get these little, it's squashed your skin in a bit, hasn't it? So you can get socks without elastic, but they still stay up. They call them diabetic socks. I didn't realise it was this. So I think people with diabetes have to be careful about cutting off blood supply to their feet. So I don't think it's very good that socks they compress you, don't they? The elastic. Do you know what I mean? When you take them off, you can see the mark that's been left where the elastic on the sock is. And I find it uncomfortable. And I don't like the thought that, the blood's being sort of squashed out of my feet. So I buy these socks that don't have any elastic in, but they stay up. And they're very good. I like them. But I think they're especially for diabetics. Look, there's nothing on Mr. Duncan's list at all. He was joking.
That's the other list. This is the list here. You can see it there. Look.
Valentin says that
I was typing it. I've got a typewriter down here under the screen. There's a typewriter. I still use typewriters. Do people still use typewriters? There is something comforting, and I don't know why, there is something comforting about hearing someone using a typewriter from another room. Maybe if you're in an office and you can hear the receptionist and she's typing with an old-fashioned typewriter. I don't know why. I love the sound of a typewriter. I do. They should make your computer sound like a typewriter when you're typing. So it even with the little bell that goes ding.
Yes, Olga knows what I'm talking about. With the elastic, you can buy them. I get them from Amazon. I don't want to promote Amazon, but I found them on there by mistake.
You could just say the internet.
If you just type in elastic-free socks, you will get all these wonderful choices of socks without elastic in them. They've got a little bit, but hardly anything, and they're incredibly comfortable.
Can I say a big hello to
I've got them
today's
on now.
sponsor, Elastic Free Socks. Do you have blue feet and you don't know why? Well, maybe these elastic-free socks can be the answer to your problems. Thank you very much for today's sponsor, Elastic-Free Socks.
Palmyra says that I kicked her off the live chat once.
You did.
Well, if I did, it would have been a mistake.
Yes, it's Mr. Steve's big fat fingers.
I don't. You see, if I accidentally prod on here,
Prod. Oh, Steve, who have you been prodding?
if you prod, it means you're sort of almost like stabbing your finger.
But that could be a word that's used as a double entendre, you see. If
Yes.
you prod something. Oh,
Sounds like you're
doing
having
some-
sex.
Oh, yeah, yes. I wasn't going to use.
Well, that's the double entendre. Isn't
Yes,
it? I mean,
okay.
let's face it. All double entendres are
yes,
basically inferring
yes, don't,
sex.
Yes, could you just stop saying that, Steve? I'm managing today not to say anything that will get me taken off. There is a reason for that. When I was preparing today's live stream, Steve,
Yes.
I was typing the title of today's live stream and YouTube kept blocking it. They wouldn't let me use the words. So they will stop you from launching or preparing a live stream in the title that uses words that they object to. And this is a new thing now that YouTube does. So they don't even let you put words in, certain words that they object to. So today's live stream, the title, I had to keep doing it again and again until the words would not get my live stream automatically blocked. So it's very interesting. It just shows YouTube is always watching. It's almost as bad as China.
Yes, what we want is, Elon Musk has taken over Twitter, hasn't he? And he is going to take away all this censorship.
Well,
So what we want, if you're watching
I'm not sure about that.
Mr. Musk, it's an interesting name, isn't it? Musk.
Musk is. It's like the smell from your armpits.
Yes, a musk is the scent given off by an animal, a musky smell.
Yes.
It's a sort of BO type smell. But anyway,
Yes, body odour. It's
Body odour.
under your armpits. You get a bit of a musk.
yes.
Under your armpits.
And animals have that musky smell. But yes, Elon, if you're watching, will you please set up a rival to YouTube,
Yes, it's probably not a good place to do this.
because they've got a monopoly, and add the ability to
okay.
do live streams on Twitter, and then Mr. Duncan, well, we need a rival to YouTube.
There is not going to
We
be.
do.
Look, there is no free speech.
Because they're like dictators.
Okay.
We need competition. Competition is always healthy in any marketplace.
Steve, can we get back to what we're actually talking
Yes.
about? Please, for God's sake.
I was going to say as well. What Bridges? What do you mean by blue feet?
Blue feet means there is no blood going into Mr. Steve's feet because his socks are so tight. It is restricting the blood to his feet, so they're turning blue.
But we don't mean it literally.
No.
we don't mean it. It's like it's
Although if you do have poor circulation to your feet, they do turn blue.
They do turn blue.
I've seen people that have sometimes red as well or dark purple. You can always tell that a person is in very poor health, can't you, Steve? You go on holiday and you can see slightly overweight men and their legs are a strange purple colour, and you think to yourself, that person has a few problems there with their health.
Yeah.
And they should be careful.
Yes, that's it. Lewis is pointing out that I accidentally kicked him out as well. I've caused a lot of problems in the past with my prodding.
Yes.
Haven't I? If you prod, another use of the word prod is if you've got a stick and you prodded an animal, it means you just sort of jab at them.
Yes.
Prod,
Well,
not hurting.
It's the same use.
See that? I'm prodding you now,
Yes.
Mr. Duncan. Prod.
Mm.
It's annoying. Prodding is annoying.
Yes.
And if you prod a snake, it might jump up and bite you. If you prod a dog, then yes.
I have to say, I've never prodded a dog, ever.
Yes, blue feet. Yes, you can get gangrene. But I'm not. I'm sort of joking that the socks are. The elastic is so strong that it's cutting off the blood supply.
Yes.
It's not, but I'm sort of inferring that. And that's why I think people with diabetes have to have socks with no elastic in the top so that it doesn't compress the tissue and cut off the blood supply to the feet, because you can get very nasty things going on for diabetics with feet. You've got to be very careful with feet if you're diabetic.
The thing is, you
it doesn't heal.
Yes, okay, Steve. I think we've definitely got that now.
Well,
I hope I haven't.
Let me apologise for all the people I've accidentally blocked. I've never blocked anyone on purpose.
So I'm going to be doing some blocking soon. All the people that left me today.
Yeah, they're all gone.
They're
finished.
all gone. Yeah,
never come back.
No, that's it. It's unforgivable. Unforgivable.
Yes, so Magdalena, again, if you search on Amazon for socks, elastic-free socks.
Our sponsor, today's sponsor, by the way, Elastic-Free Socks. Can I say a big thank you to Elastic-Free Socks for your lovely sponsorship today?
They're wonderful. They're so comfortable.
Really.
I'll never go back to normal socks with lots of elastic in them and they don't come down. They don't come down, even though there's no elastic in them. They stay up. I don't know how, but they do. Maybe they've got sort of Velcro in them or something. But
what?
I don't know.
It doesn't make sense.
Yeah, you can get them. I discovered this by accident.
A lot of people discover our live stream by accident.
Oh, Magdalena.
Yeah.
Burnt her heel on a hot water bottle on Friday. Well, yes. You can do this. A hot water bottle. I expect it's cold. My mother used to like a hot water bottle.
She did?
You put your feet on it. But of course, you've boiled the kettle. You've put the hot water in. You don't realise how hot it is. And you can burn yourself. It's like if you lean against a radiator in your room, you can burn yourself if you're there for a long period of time.
You know now that modern water bottles now have danger. The contents are hot. So there is a warning actually now on hot water bottles, but the clue is in the name. You see the word hot. So whenever hot is used in anything, it normally means it might be hot.
Well, we hope that your foot is soon better. Christina mentions that if you're going skiing.
Mm-hmm.
You have to have the right socks and boots, otherwise you risk freezing your feet.
Yeah.
That's it. And you probably wouldn't realise, because you were skiing, you were active, that your feet were becoming frozen in the boots, and then you would take them off after several hours and you might have frostbite. Is that frostbite? Is that right, Christina?
Yeah.
Can you, because obviously it's below freezing, all that snow, so you have to have these proper boots that insulate your feet. That's what we needed yesterday, Mr. Duncan.
That's what was happening to you. I think Mr. Steve's, his little feet were starting to freeze.
Oh, my toes were so, I think obviously I wasn't getting frostbite because it wasn't freezing.
No.
But I can imagine. So I thought these boots would have been very good at insulating, but clearly I needed thicker socks on or something. You must be able to get special boots for skiing that will insulate your feet.
Well, they are. Have you seen skiing boots? They're just big solid plastic things, and they clip onto your skis. I've never worn them myself because I never want to go skiing because it looks very dangerous and I don't want to break my little frail body. We are talking about double entendres in a moment.
Ooh.
They are things that can be used, words or sentences that can be used, but sometimes they can be used in a naughty way, even though the words are quite innocent and they're not necessarily harmful. I suppose that's one way of putting it. So we are looking at double entendres in a moment.
Which, of course, is a French expression, is it not?
Yes, it just means two uses or two meanings.
Lewis will tell us. Double entendre or double entendre. Does it mean two meanings?
Well, double is French.
That's it.
Yes.
So there we go. Oh, we've got somebody from Peru. We've got Pregunta del Milon from Peru. I haven't seen you here before, so welcome.
Hello, Pregunta.
We like to have new people on here. Magdalena's got a huge blister, and she had cold feet, so she put a bottle on it. And because her feet were cold, the nerve endings, you're not getting signals about heat coming through, so put her foot on the bottle and didn't realise because the foot was numb from the cold, I would imagine. And then you ended up with a big... So we hope that gets better quickly. I hope you're not diabetic, because that'll be a bit dangerous. Because if anyone diabetic is watching, I do know that if you injure your feet in some way, you've got to be very careful because the healing. But I'm presuming you're not.
Yes.
Somebody might know more about that than me.
I'm waiting for the check to come from the manufacturers of elastic-free socks because we've given them so much publicity today. You know, I think we should have a sponsor of this show. I think so. I think we should have someone, because everyone does it now. There's nothing more annoying than watching a YouTube video and within 2 minutes of starting the video, someone says, "Oh, before we carry on, I'd like to thank today's sponsor, Magic Wallet. Do you ever find it hard to put your coins and your money in a safe place when you're walking around? Try Magic Wallet."
Yeah, we're not promoting Magic Wallet, if that is such a thing.
No, isn't. No, I'm just making that up.
That sounds like quite a good idea, Mr. Duncan. Maybe we ought to market it on your channel.
Or it's something that's completely useless, but they're getting a little bit of money for promoting it. So it is quite annoying, though. But we might start having a sponsor. We will have to find someone, maybe someone connected to the English language. Maybe the Oxford English Dictionary can sponsor us. Imagine that. Mr. Duncan and Mr. Steve sponsored by Oxford Dictionaries.
Wow. Well, that would be, we've never been approached. Hello to My Gang M10.
Hello.
I don't recall seeing you before, so hi to you, and hope you're enjoying today's lesson.
So what is the score in the football match?
We're assuming it's 0-0,
Okay.
because somebody would have told us. Christina mentions foot warmers, chemical insoles. You shake them and they become warmer. Yes, I've seen those in sort of, you can take those out if you, similar things to hand warmers.
Yes.
And you sort of crush them a bit and there's some chemical reaction and they warm up.
Yes.
That sounds like a good idea. You can buy those in sort of survival kits. You can also buy, and we've seen this on television, jackets where you've got a battery pack and there's wires going through it and it heats up the jacket for you.
You just plug it into the electricity and then 240 volts will go across your body and make you feel very warm and sparkly.
We should have had that yesterday. We should have worn our long johns.
Yes. Okay. Anyway, Steve, this is.
I just thought of a good double entendre, by the way, Mr. Duncan.
Is it a good one?
Well, I think it is.
Okay.
Because Tomek's not here, so we won't offend him. Lewis said that Tomek is Polish, and then I might say, "Oh, I like a nice Pole." That's a double entendre, you see.
No, it's very good.
Because
Pole means can be used as man's dingly dangly. You
yes,
see,
so there's the joke.
So a man's dingly dangly can be described as a pole or a sausage, and other things as
So
well.
he'd have liked that, but he's not here to appreciate
No.
it.
Well, he's off my list. He'll
That's
never be.
it.
He'll never be back.
Blocked.
He's gone. He's gone. He's history. He's out of my life. He's out of my life.
You see, Pregunta del Milon is watching the football and the French-Polish match at the same time. You see, you're clever. You can multitask. You see, one eye on us, the other eye on the football.
Yes.
And which is more interesting? Or maybe I shouldn't have asked that question.
Well, I think this is far more interesting. Far more interesting.
Oh, Magdalena, it said it happened at night. That's it, so you were asleep.
I feel you could sell this to Netflix, by the way. Magdalena, Netflix are so desperate for content. I think your experience with that hot water bottle burning your foot could be a 10-part drama on Netflix. Write it down, write the experience down. I hope it's feeling better soon, but I think that could be something. You could sell it to Netflix because they are showing anything now, literally anything. A dog just walking around a garden and sniffing around. It's a 5-part series on Netflix. It's called Dog Sniffing Around, and it's 10 parts. Well, it was 5 parts, but they've realised there were 2 dogs in the garden, so now they've got 2 dogs. So they've extended it to 10 series or 10 episodes. And Meghan Markle and Prince Harry.
Boo! Boo!
Oh, you're racist. Did you see that? Steve's racist.
That's it. Cut us off instantly.
Yes.
No, I wasn't booing at her in particular. I was booing both of them.
Oh, I see.
Yes.
Is that better?
Yeah. Anyway, where are we? In Italian, Giovanni Rivetti.
Okay.
Rivetti.
Okay.
I hope I've pronounced that correctly.
I don't know what that was supposed to be. Was it Welsh?
Dopo senso. Means double meaning.
Yes.
Or double sense.
Yes. Anyway, we are going to talk about that now because we've
Yeah.
only got half an hour left of this show.
I was just going to say, so we call it, so it's a dopo senso in Italian. It's double entendre for us. So in France, what do you say in France, Lewis? Do you say do you use the English double meaning? Or do you
Double
use-
entendre.
I know, but maybe not. I don't know. So why don't we just say double meaning? Why do we use the French version?
Well, because we use a lot of French words, though.
I know, but I'm just asking.
We can say shadow, but some people say silhouette.
So
or
what
outline.
What I'm basically saying is, so in Italy, they've got the Italian phrase. We've got our phrase. What do you use in other countries?
Yes.
Yeah.
And don't forget, English is the language that steals from all the other languages. So quite often, the reason why we use a lot of French and Italian words and Germanic words in the English language is basically because English liked them and decided to use them. They thought, oh, we like rendezvous. Rendezvous sounds sophisticated. We're going to meet up. We're going to have a cup of tea together. We're going to have a rendezvous. Oh, that sounds very classy.
Very French. We're going to have a rendezvous next year in Paris, aren't we?
Anyway, Steve.
Shaima Turkistani says that they've got a presentation tomorrow in English language, and they've picked some of the phrases from this live stream to use tomorrow.
No, it's probably not a good idea.
You might get a poor mark.
Please don't use. Well, you might get a good mark. They might be surprised by all the rude words. Don't talk about Mr. Duncan's sausage, whatever you do.
So,
don't say Mr. Duncan was on his YouTube channel and he was talking all about his sausage. He said it's very big and very floppy and very juicy. But I'm talking, of course, about the hot dog that I had yesterday, which also sounds like a double entendre.
Sounds like word beginning with P. Christina says that in France they use the phrase double sens, if I pronounce that correctly. So obviously we don't do use that phrase here.
Yes.
Somebody said, is the phrase... I'm just looking for it now.
That's okay.
It's gone. I'll just carry on while I'm doing it. Is the phrase the importance of being earnest? The importance of being earnest, which is the name of a play, I think, isn't it? By Shakespeare. Is that a double entendre?
No.
No.
It is not.
Because
the importance of being earnest just means it is important to be honest and truthful. So to be earnest means to be genuine, honest, truthful. You are saying what you think and you are being genuine. So no, that is not a double entendre. So I hope
it's a single it's only got one meaning.
Yes.
It's got to have two meanings, the phrase, and usually the second meaning is dirty.
Yes. Anyway, we're going to look at that now, Steve.
Right.
I literally have all of this ready, and now we've got 25 minutes left. So I'm trying to make sure that we can get through this. So today we are looking at double entendres. They might be words that are simple and maybe even innocent looking, but they can be used in naughty ways. So first of all, what is it? A double entendre is a word or phrase that can have more than one meaning. Ooh. One of the meanings is often suggestively rude.
Ooh.
We often describe it as a saucy pun.
Wink, wink.
Something saucy is something that might be a little naughty or rude. Something suggestive might also be a little naughty or rude. So a saucy pun is a naughty use of a word, even though the word itself is not necessarily rude or naughty. British humour often uses the suggestive double entendre. So we do quite often in British humour. I think if you like things like Benny Hill, a lot of people know all about Benny Hill around the world. Italians, French. Charlie Chaplin was a big fan of Benny Hill. Across America, the USA, people love Benny Hill even now. So a lot of his humour was double entendres. He would say things that seem innocent but can also have a naughty meaning as well.
The importance of being earnest is Shakespeare, isn't it?
Are
we right or are we wrong about that?
I'm not actually sure. It's not one.
Look it up. It's also, I think, a television show. So we need to be.
Is it a television show?
I think so. Yeah. Somebody look that up for us. The importance of being earnest. Is it Shakespeare or is it somebody else?
Anyway,
we might be wrong about that.
Just keep drawing attention to it. That's all.
Well, I'm just,
So this is the use of a double entendre, and I think this is a great way of showing visually.
Oscar Wilde. Thank you.
Yes, I did one. It just didn't sound like Shakespeare. Anyway. Oh,
spotted.
Steve, can I just carry on with this?
Yes,
Because I want to edit this and use it as a separate lesson. Let's look at this. So this is a very good use of a double entendre. So a young couple are behind a bush and the young man has some ice cream and the young girl is saying to the young man, "Let's have it now, Fred, before it goes soft." But the woman behind the hedge doesn't know what they're talking about. So she thinks it's something rude. She thinks he's talking about, or she's talking about, his dingle-dangle. But they're not. They're talking about the ice cream, which is melting. It will go soft. So that's it, you see. That is a very good demonstration of the double entendre, how it can be a simple sentence, but it can also be something very rude. This, by the way, is a British postcard, very popular during the 70s and 80s, and quite often people would send these when they went to the seaside, and quite often they would be a little rude, a little naughty, and they were incredibly popular. I don't think they're very popular nowadays because of all of the political correctness that goes on.
Yeah, so there we go. It's that was an example of a phrase with a double meaning, and often they're funnier if there is somebody who, as Mr. Duncan pointed out, if somebody is not watching what's going on, but they just hear the phrase,
Yes.
and then their minds will create this other second meaning, usually dirty, rude. But of course, if they were to see what was happening, they would realise that in that instance they were only talking about ice cream, because when
Yes.
ice cream melts, it goes soft.
Yes.
But obviously, when
Okay, Steve, we don't need to
a
explain.
certain male organ,
Everyone knows.
well, I'm just saying. You know,
I said a man's dingle dangle, and that should be enough. Everyone knows. We can also say his tiddler, his dingle dangle, his
Magdalena's put it
his tinkler.
very well on the live stream.
Yes. So, would you like to have some now? Would you like? Would you like one? Would you like me to show it to you?
Go on then. What
These-
is it? What have you got to show me, Mr. Duncan?
These are all double entendres, by the way. I'm giving you.
Yeah.
Would you like to see it? I've got it down here.
Ooh.
Would you like to have a look
Oh,
at it?
Mrs. Yes, I would like to see it.
Okay,
Yes.
then. Here we
What
go.
is it?
These are
Ooh.
some double entendres that seem very innocent, but are not. You need to grab it with both hands. Something that you might hear someone saying to another person, but this can also maybe be taken the wrong way. Maybe you hear a man talking to a young lady and he says, no, you need to grab it with both hands, but he's talking about something that he wants her to lift up. That also sounds wrong. That also sounds like a double entendre.
If you were somebody listening to a conversation and you couldn't see what was happening, say they were putting up a tent
Yes.
and the man, they need to bang the poles into the ground.
Oh dear. That also
Okay,
sounds...
if you're putting up a tent, you need to bang poles into the
Bang
ground.
the pole.
And obviously, to make it secure, then somebody would need to hold it with both hands
Yes.
while the other
Nobody-
person bangs
nobody
it
can
in.
see that, by the way. You have to do that.
Well, say you had a long pole
Yes.
and you were going to bang it into the ground.
Bang it.
Someone would need to hold the pole,
Yes,
and then
up
someone
here.
would have the hammer. So hold it, both hands. And the suggestion is, of course,
No.
if someone was watching that they were holding
Listening.
something else, listening, then grab hold of it, both hands.
Yes. So maybe it's happening somewhere else away from that person. So the man is going, no, it's all right, love. You have to grab hold of it with both hands. And they're going, oh, what do they mean? Do they mean his dingle dangle? But they don't. They just mean the pole
Yes.
that is holding up the tent. So that is a good example.
So I could say to you, Mr. I've got something under the table, Mr.
Oh.
Duncan. Would you like to see it?
Yes, I just did that.
I know, but I'm actually going to, I've got something under the table. It's bright orange. Would you like to see it, Mr. Duncan? I've got it here for you. It's all for you. Here we go. It's your watch. There we go. It's your watch, Mr. Duncan.
Okay, good.
There we go. You thought it was something rude, but in fact it wasn't. It was
That
just.
was...
But of course, you've got to say it in that way that suggests that it's dirty.
Well, you haven't though.
I
You
did.
haven't- No, but you haven't got to. You haven't got
Yeah,
to. You can
haven't
say...
yet, but usually.
Okay,
yeah.
here's another one. Maybe your postman was going past your house and he did not post the letter in your letterbox. So you call the post office up and you say, oh, don't worry, the postman will come round and he will pop it in tomorrow. Pop it in.
Oh.
Oh,
I can't wait for that.
Oh, the postman. Oh, the postman's going to come round tomorrow and pop it in. Oh, you see? So that is an innocent sentence, but you might also take it the wrong way as well.
You might say, "Oh, chance to be a fine thing.
Oh.
I can't wait for that."
I can't wait. I'll get up early tomorrow. Make sure I'm ready when the postman comes to pop it in.
I'll let you do the next one. I can smell maybe burning. I think the chilies, maybe I've put it on too high a setting. I'm just going to check it very briefly.
So that's the latest from the from the World Cup of Mr. Steve's cookery.
I don't think there's been any.
No, I'm not. I'm talking about your cooking.
Yeah, well, I shall just pop into the
Yeah.
kitchen and come back in just 30 seconds.
Feel free.
You've got things to show.
I have. I've got-
See you in a few seconds.
Something does smell like it's burning. What is a double entendre? Here's another one. It's not quite so much fun though when Steve's not here. I feel sad now. Here's another one. Maybe, what a lovely pear you've got there. So maybe someone is describing or complimenting a fruit that someone is eating. But of course, this can be taken the wrong way as well. If someone is listening to what a person is saying, you've got a lovely pear. What a lovely pear you've got there. Work that out for yourself. My neighbours... My neighbours were banging all night. Save me, Steve.
What did you say, Mr. Duncan? Sounded very rude.
I said my neighbours were banging all night.
How disgusting. Oh, you mean they were doing some DIY?
They were doing some repairs because the bed had broken. I don't know how the bed broke, but it apparently one of the legs came off.
So that's the double meaning. Banging, of course, means...
Yes, the beautiful moment of two people coming together, as it were, and enjoying themselves.
Making love.
Yes.
Let's put it in a nice way.
But this doesn't mean that. This means that they were making a noise in the bedroom because they were repairing something. They were making a lot of noise with their hammer.
Exactly.
They were banging all night. My neighbours were banging all night.
You've got to have a dirty mind to be able to understand
If
some
you
of
thought-
these, unfortunately.
If you thought that was bad, wait till the next one. You will only feel a small prick.
Pardon?
You will only feel a small prick. Now, maybe you are going for your vaccine.
Yes.
Maybe you are going for an injection in your arm, and the nurse will try to reassure you. Or the doctor will try to reassure you, and they will say, don't worry, you will only feel a small prick. It means the needle won't hurt very much.
Yes.
However, this can
Yes.
also be used as a double entendre as
Yes.
well.
A prick, of course. If I was to stick a needle in you,
Yeah.
that feeling is like a prick.
Yes.
A sharp feeling. A sharp pain.
Yes, a very precise pain, but also the thing that you need to use to give an injection. The needle can also be described as a prick. It is something that is injecting, but the prick generally is the pain felt by a needle going into your arm.
Yes.
But of course it can be used in another way as well, which is
means-
very dingle dangle.
Again.
Again, there seem to be lots of double entendres relating to the dingle dangle. But there you go.
Bridges says, learn and get inspired. Is the second meaning always mean? No, it doesn't have to be mean. It's just funny, but normally in a suggestive way in terms of being rude,
Yeah,
but not
openly rude.
not nasty. Yes.
No. It's very interesting how it works. So here's another one. Well, I suppose this is a good way of ending your YouTube career. This chopper is too large to hold. It's too big. This chopper, it's too big. It's too large to hold. I can't hold it in my hands. It's too big. It's too large. Of course, a chopper is something you use for chopping wood, an axe, or quite often you can use the word chopper. However, once again, I don't know how this works or how
They
it's
usually always refer to the male organ.
dingle dangle. Again, the man's dingle dangle can also be called chopper, but generally speaking, it is an axe.
You can just say that if somebody has an axe, you can just say, "Oh, look at the size of that chopper," and just as a joke,
Yeah.
if you ever see anybody with an axe,
Yes.
just say to them, "Oh, That's a big chopper.
Yes.
And people will laugh.
Yes.
Unless they're not the sort of people that would laugh at that type of joke.
Yes. Unless they're running towards you with the axe. If they're running towards you with the axe, then don't say anything. Just run as fast as you can.
VTAS should like all these double entendres because you can incorporate those into the jokes that you tell us. In fact, if anybody has an example of a double entendre that they know, please share it with us.
Yes.
We'd like to hear examples of double entendres that you use. Just adds to the amount of information that everyone is learning today.
Would you like another one?
Pardon?
Do you want one? I've got one.
That's a double entendre.
Do you want it?
Would you like another one?
I've got it ready here for you if you want it.
Well, you mean another double entendre example?
Yes.
Okay.
That cake looks delicious. Can I have a nibble? Ooh. If you want a nibble of something, it means you want to have a taste or try. To try. You want to eat something. You want to taste it. But also, having a nibble means having a little kiss and a cuddle. Maybe you are having a little kiss and cuddle. Having a nibble. So it can mean eat something or have a little kiss and cuddle.
Yes.
So that's why that cake looks delicious. Can I have a nibble? And then someone might say, "Oh, you want a cake and a nibble." Because then the impression is that you want to have a little kiss and a cuddle.
Sometimes if you're attracted to somebody, you can use double entendres to let them know that you're attracted to them. Oh, somebody you're very attracted to at work, a girl, for example, might bake some cakes.
Yes.
And you might be attracted to her, and she might say, "Do you want a cake?" And you might say, "Well, I'd like a little nibble, please."
I don't mind a nibble.
And she might go, "Ooh," and laugh.
Yes. Or report you to human resources and have you fired.
If she just sort of laughs and says, "Oh, you can have a nibble any time."
Yes. That means she's
flirting with you.
Yes. So flirting can be two ways. So that's one way.
Often double entendres are used in flirting with somebody.
Yes. Although we don't suggest that you use them.
Well, unless you can do.
Yes, I've got the rest of the sentence to.
Okay.
Don't use them unless you know the person well, because you might end up, I don't know, in court or jobless.
France 1, Poland 0.
Oh.
So that serves Tomek right for leaving, because now France. You see that's it. You see. Certain people, Lewis stayed on from France,
yes,
and so did other people, and France has scored. So I think that is retribution.
Is it?
Yes, I think for Tomek left because he was hoping that Poland would score a goal against France. They didn't, so I think that's justice. Justice has been served.
Okay.
I'm joking.
I'm not sure. Here's one, Steve. You might have to give it a prod to wake it up. So we mentioned prod earlier, to poke or prod. You might have to give it a prod to wake it up. So that sentence might refer to an animal. Maybe your dog is asleep, but you want it to wake up. You give it a prod. You might have to prod it. You might have to give it a prod to wake it up. But the word prod quite often can be used as a double entendre.
I do. I'm just remembering, of course, Lewis is from Portugal, isn't he?
Okay.
So why would he watch a match, France against Poland? I forgot about that. Sorry. So yes. So is there anybody from Portugal? Yes, we have got somebody from France. But I did ask before, is there anyone from Poland watching? Or have you all literally scarpered?
Well, I'm sure they've gone. They're all on my naughty list.
Exactly.
They're all blocked forever.
The match isn't over yet.
They're never coming back. That's it. I've done an Elon Musk. I've completely blocked them from my channel.
My stomach's rumbling, Mr. Duncan.
Okay, good. Here's another one. We spent all day stripping in the bedroom.
Ooh.
Ooh, stripping.
Oh, did you? Oh,
Ooh.
I wonder what you two got up to. Ooh, Mr. Duncan.
That sort of thing.
Yes, so stripping has got two meanings. If you are decorating
Yes.
and removing old wallpaper,
You
you
strip.
strip the walls.
You are stripping the wallpaper from the walls. But you can say that you were stripping. But of course, stripping can also be taking your clothes off. We spent all day stripping
Suggesting.
in the bedroom that maybe you were taking your clothes off and having bouncy time. So yes, maybe, you see. There you go. I used to love being on YouTube, but now
Yes, Giovanni, you can look these up on YouTube. There'll be lots of examples.
yes. Here's a good one. This has happened to me in real life, by the way. My neighbour was flashing from his window last night. My neighbour was flashing. So flashing, his face, flashing. It happened in China, by the way. My neighbour was flashing from his window last night. Now, was he flashing? Well, he was flashing his torch. He had a light and he kept flashing the torch. But of course, the word flash can also mean to show part of your body that you shouldn't. You show something you shouldn't. So my neighbour was flashing from his window last night. It gives the impression, maybe, that your neighbour was revealing his dingle-dangle again. Why? Why do all these things refer?
But it could be a woman's breast. You know, because sometimes people take off clothes, don't they, at work or somewhere,
Yes.
and when they remove some clothes, they accidentally show a part of their body.
Huh.
You know, so that the shirt might ride up, or somebody might move in a certain way, and certain breasts, for example, might sort of flop around a bit.
Certain
and
breasts.
You might see more than you should have done.
Yeah.
So you can, if you flash at somebody, it means that you are showing them a part of your body that you wouldn't normally want other people to see.
Yes.
It could be intentional, of course.
We all know where they are.
But yes, if you accidentally reveal a part of your body that you weren't supposed to, then somebody might say to you, "Oh, you're flashing." Of course, you might do it on purpose and get arrested. But yeah, so that's what we mean by flashing. It means that you very quickly show something that you're not supposed to, either on purpose or accidentally.
So my neighbour was flashing from his window. Before we go, we are going to look at some common words that can be double entendres. Wait for this, Steve.
Common words in sentences that can have double meanings.
And I want Mr. Steve to read them out
Okay.
in his voice, his lovely, lovely, polite voice. So here we go.
Feel.
So that's it. So the first word is,
Feel.
how would you use that in a sentence that might be rude?
Blimey, you're putting me on the spot, Mr. Duncan. Would you like to have a quick feel?
Yes, maybe you have a new item of clothing and maybe you offer your friend or someone a chance to touch or feel the sleeve or the material, and you might say, "Would you like a feel?" And they go, "Oh,
Because, of course, what you're suggesting is that you're going to feel a lot more than just the nice soft material of their coat or
Yes.
whatever it is.
That's it.
Yes.
The next one,
Pull.
pull. Ooh, you might pull something. The word pull, we're not going to use an example here, by the way, because unfortunately
Mr.
This will
Duncan.
get us taken off YouTube. But to pull something is to... no, I'm not going to go there. Next one.
Grab.
Grab. Well, again, if you grab something or someone, it means you are taking hold of them quickly. So maybe you might say, would you like to grab something later? Oh, what are you offering me? But maybe they just want to go out and have a sandwich with you. But you say, would you like to grab something later? And you go, oh, you want to grab something, do you?
You don't have to do that. You don't have to do that.
No, that's just me being very, ooh.
Fiddle. There we go, yes. Would you like to have a fiddle of it later?
Yes. Well, fiddle, of course, means to steal or trick someone by stealing something from them. But fiddle can also mean to touch as well, in a bad way. Next one.
Rub.
Rub. Someone wants to give you a rub. It means maybe they want to to dry you off, or maybe they just want to have a little touch.
Stroke.
Stroke. Oh God.
We don't mean the medical type of stroke.
No, the stroke. You might stroke your dog, or you might stroke. What's the other animal?
Cat.
Yeah. Oh, okay. You might stroke someone's cat, but to stroke something is often used as a double entendre as well. You are, I want to sort of
Yes.
stroke.
Usually parts of the anatomy which
Stroke.
are usually off limits.
Next one.
Grip.
Grip. You grip something. You grip something tightly, or you grip onto something. Next one.
Yes, Victoria. These words do have a double meaning, but it depends on the context.
Yes.
And how you're saying it. If you say it with a suggestive look on your face, ooh,
Or maybe if some of the details are missing from the sentence,
yes,
it can be taken in more than one way.
they're not necessarily always having double meaning. It
No.
depends on the context and how you're saying it. Grip, grab, stick, push.
Oh, wait there. Slow down. Stick.
Well, it's 4:00.
That's all right. Stick.
Yeah, stick, push.
Push. Something you want to push.
Is that got it right? Poke.
Poke.
We've had that one. We've had prod.
We had prod, but also poke as well. I think poke is worse.
Right.
I think that one is worse, don't you?
Autumn has been very blatant on the
Yes,
live stream.
I've noticed.
Uh,
Don't worry, I haven't approved those comments. and the final one, pinch.
Thankfully, they weren't spelt correctly.
You pinch something.
Is that got a double meaning?
Yes, because you might pinch someone. You might pinch their bottom.
Ah, right,
But
okay.
also pinch can mean to steal something. You pinch something. So there are some words that can be used in more than one way, and quite often they can be used in a slightly suggestive way as well.
Often double entendres are used in newspaper headlines, aren't they? Quite often, if you see a newspaper headline, a newspaper wants to sell papers, so it often puts like a one-liner, a line on the front in big writing on the front of the newspaper, and often it's a double entendre. It has a double meaning, particularly the more sort of salacious newspapers or publications that are known for their sauciness. Like the Sun newspaper, for example,
Okay.
might put something with a double meaning on the front. But the double meanings don't always have to be naughty. They can just be clever. They can just be clever ways of writing that have two meanings. They don't necessarily have to
No.
be
Well, I did say that
naughty.
at the start when we explained the meaning. So a double entendre isn't necessarily rude, but it can be, especially in British humour. One of the things
Yes.
about British humour is we do like to be naughty and rude and a little risky as well when we're making jokes.
Yes, Giovanni has just made that point. The British are famous for it. Yes, we're famous for the double entendre because we're a bit repressed or used to be, so we don't usually say things directly to people what we really mean, so you say it in a double entendre way if you want to say something naughty.
Yeah.
And postcards used to reflect that kind of repressed humour. And of course carry-on films, if you ever watch carry-on films, they're full of double entendres. Benny Hill was
I think
full of double entendres.
Benny Hill is a good example because I think that's more widely known.
Yes.
And it's humour that even now a lot of people enjoy. It's some people say it's harmless and some people say it's a little damaging. Well, sadly we have reached the end, and it is a big end. In fact, I've never seen such a big ending.
Ooh.
You see? So that itself...
Rude. Disgusting, Mr. It's often, double entendres are often seen as sort of very sort of poor, dirty humour.
Okay.
So, I mean, don't use it, if you want to impress somebody. But you can use it...
Don't use it at work with your work colleagues.
Not your boss.
Oh, your boss.
It has to be used.
It's
in the
normally
right
with people
context.
you're familiar with, friends and relatives. and stuff like
Valerusi
that.
is here now.
Hello, Claudia. Have you been watching the football, Claudia? Or have you been doing...
Yes.
Yes.
Are you going on Mr. Duncan's naughty list?
Yes, because you don't know about this.
And you don't know about the naughty list.
I've made a list of all the naughty people who've left me to watch the football.
Yes.
But I think Claudia has been doing something else. So maybe you will not go.
We're joking.
I'm not joking. I'm not. That's it. If you don't want to watch me, if you want to watch the football instead of me, why? Why would you abandon me?
Well, you see, the football is only coming round once every 4 years, the World Cup, whereas we are here every week.
Well, football is always happening, isn't it?
Yeah, but the World Cup, I said the World Cup, Mr. Duncan.
Yeah.
Anyway, it's lovely being here. We've really worked hard this weekend, Mr. Duncan. So I shall... When are you on this week? Let people know when you're on this week, Mr. Duncan.
Yes.
Or have you already done that?
No, I'm about to do it.
Oh, well, I shall let you do that after I've gone, shall I?
Yes.
Lovely to be here. Lovely to see you all, hear you all, read about you all. And I shall go into the kitchen now, have something to eat, put the kettle on, and I'll see you in about 5 minutes' time.
Yes. Hopefully.
Ta-ta. See you in the week.
Mr. Steve. And we were... Yesterday, if you're wondering what Steve was talking about, we were at the Much Wenlock Christmas Fair yesterday. We had a great time. If you haven't seen it, it is still on my YouTube channel. You can watch it as many times as you want with captions as well. There are some lovely captions as well. Thank you very much for joining me today. Thank you for being here. As you can see, it's now dark outside. Night time has arrived already, and it's only 6 minutes past 4 o'clock in the afternoon, but now it is dark. I will be back with you, and this is what you are waiting for. I'm back with you on Tuesday and Thursday next week, not Wednesday because we have something we have to do. We have a little private thing that we have to attend to, and we will be here on Tuesday and Thursday. Thursday, 2 p.m. UK time. So you'll have us twice next week, and of course next weekend as well. I'm back with you next Sunday. So I will see you on Tuesday at 2 p.m. UK time is when I'm back with you. And that is it, I think. I can't think of anything else to tell you or anything else to say except thanks for watching. See you on Tuesday, 2 p.m. UK time. And of course, until the next time we meet, you know what's coming next. Yes, you do. Ta-ta for now.